Hello and welcome. This is Ayana Lahi, and I am so very happy that you are here with me today in this week's episode of Be One, Be You. We are diving into You Are Not Your Identity. What do I mean by your identity? It's the you that you have believed yourself to be. It is the you that you have created so that you fulfill what you think you need to be. What do you think that is? What were you trained to be like? All of us go through childhood of being trained. Some of you were encouraged to really be your real self, true self, and let that shine. And most of you were given an identity. And from the moment that you were born, there are projections that are put upon you that are there to fulfill what your parents and your other ancestral members, your familial system, the unit, needs you to fulfill. For some of you, it was a light impact, others medium, others pretty heavy duty impact. And the expectations can be passed down from generation to generation. What happens? We lose the ability to discover who we truly are and evolve. We are more than the identity of our family system. We are more than the identity of fulfilling the image of what being in a masculine or feminine body is, the male or female. Yeah, there's a built-in identity with what sex you are born into. And those of you who have had parents who encouraged you to develop your masculine and feminine sides understand what it means, what it feels like to be in your body and to embrace the sex that you're born with. Some of you need and have chosen and want to experience a different identity to help you to go deeper, to find that connection to either your masculine or feminine, and perhaps both. You are made of masculine and feminine energies because your soul, the essence of who you are, that pure light that you are, has both masculine and feminine qualities, pretty deep qualities. They have to do with how you create, how you exist, how you engage and interact with the source. No matter what gender your body is at this time, what's really, really important is your choice to understand and get to know who you truly are on a soul level. Your pathway as a female body or a male body gives you the opportunity to go through all of the impressions within inside of you. The journey is the same, whether you are in a male body or female body. You have to go through the sanskaric images, the impressions, the imprints in you from your family of origin that you've brought in with from past life experiences. You are on the pathway of awakening to your true self. The false identity part of you is the you that will make up its own stories about how you should be. You can be so convinced that you only identify yourself with your job, the profession that you have. And over time, you lose connection to who you are as a person. When you break through the the boundaries that are restrictive boundaries. They're more like the walls that you place in between the parts of you. You find yourself needing to hold on to an identity. You dress for that identity. Your car represents that identity. Everything that you do and everything that you will forward in your life have to do with how you need others to see you, but more important, how you see yourself. What's through the wall, the last wall? Well, it's nothingness. It's a feeling of being left in the void. And I've experienced and guided many individuals who have held on to their own identity so hard, refusing to acknowledge that it really was their ego because of the inner hurt inside was so deep. And all of us have that. We have our inner wounds, whether from this lifetime or they emerge to be cleared out, recognized, transformed, that come in from your past lives through your memory body, through your causal body. That's the memory body. It comes with you. It rides along with your soul, along with the ego. Ego travels with you from lifetime to lifetime because it's building those impressions and imprints, the sanskaric patterns. When you come through that wall that holds your identity in place, and you see and hear yourself as someone who is trying to survive, and you're holding on, and when you let go and you begin to connect into source, you can feel as though who you are doesn't even exist and you don't know who you are. And these individuals, men and women, I've seen touch into that place. It takes that courage to go through the fear that there isn't anything more. There isn't any more of you, that all of you was tied up, wrapped up in your identity. And then what happens is you are guided to find the light within you that pours through you all the time. And that light is an intelligence, and it lights up the truth within you of that you are much bigger than who you think or you have thought yourself to be. And you go through a shamanic death. Shamanic meaning an interdimensional letting go, a release of who you thought you were and have wanted to be as a protection, because you'd rather show yourself as being confident and successful instead of being a slacker or afraid or worse, lost. So many of you have turned to plant medicine to find that light. And then you can find that light, but until you rescue what has been in the dark within you, you don't make it through all the way. There's the appearance or the illusion of coming through into the light. The real evolution, the real empowerment comes from seeing on your own, opening up within you your inner eye naturally. The real initiation within you is a self-initiation that happens through opening in through your heart to receive the guidance, that ultra divine presence that wants to be listened to. Sometimes you feel slammed. Sometimes you feel like there's a mallet that's just hitting you over the head to wake you up, so that you begin to let go of the veils over your eyes, that you let go of the illusion you've created that you think is real, the you that you are desperately trying to be. You instead desperately need the time, even a little bit every day, where you can sink into you and discover that presence, the voice of you, whether it's through a song, something you're writing, just sitting and being with you, with your hands on your heart center in your upper chest, and breathing in and looking for the light in your heart. It's the you that is choosing to let yourself live. You have to give yourself that space through doing something that brings you into your body, into the creative current of life inside of you, so that you can begin to trust something more than you trust the routine that you go into to support and sustain the egoic self, that false identity. How can you take better care of you? How can you further or begin looking through your own lens of your heart to re-find the you that is the laughing, joyful Buddha inside of you, the divine light of Christ within your heart, the eternal presence of your innermost being is God within you. You can fall into identifying yourself as a golfer, a bowler, a meditator, a chanter, a construction worker, a homemaker, a politician, a restaurateur, a lawyer. You get it. You understand. If you get hung up with needing to call yourself something, I just want to suggest that you take the time to unravel and undo needing to call yourself anything. It's really liberating. And what we're talking about here is your liberation and how you get there. One of the first steps is to surrender your identity, but first you have to find it before you can let it go. And it's scary. And to be prepared to be afraid, and to know that the opposite of your fear is love. That love that's inside of you. It's not outside of you. And yet it can be mirrored back to you by someone who has chosen to love, chosen to show up from the love that they are. To break the bonds, the cords with holding on to your identity, you have to have something new to connect into. That newness is love. To find that love, you have to choose to find your inner mother, inner father, the inner masculine, inner feminine, in their most loving form, to embrace you. It could be the little girl inside, the little boy inside, originally in your earlier years of your life, that needed the insights and comfort, support and guidance of a strong masculine or feminine. Perhaps when you were being raised, if you were in a male body. As a little boy, you were not supported to access and express your feminine qualities, meaning powerhouse of energy, connection to life, feeling compassion with the earth, feeling from your heart, being able to initiate projects from a very in tune way. Those are some of the qualities of the feminine. Perhaps being in a girl body, a female body, you were not supported to be in your masculine, which holds the space for your feminine, the creative, the intuitive, the power of you to come through. And you developed the ability in a very quiet, hidden way to subdue your own feminine power. And so then you find men in your life who repress you and keep you down. And you discover through your own inner awakening work that you're the creator of your life and that you want to set yourself free. And you need to learn how, and you practice giving yourself the opportunity to talk to your inner masculine that wasn't allowed to exist. You talk to your inner feminine, and you bring the true you forward so that your identity, how you dress, all the work that you put into creating that identity, the identity that you hold, even if you don't care about how you look or don't care about what you do. Or maybe you care so much because it covers up feeling that unless you're really good at what you do, that you have no purpose or meaning. Every one of us wants a purpose and a meaning. By going beneath the surface and going into the essence, the heart of who you are for real, and you bring together those parts of you, both the masculine and the feminine, that are the real you, not the identity you. You begin to find yourself, and you stay true to receiving you. You stay true to the opening into the real qualities and gifts and presence of who you truly are. Your presence dissolves the identity, the presence of who you are. Maybe that gentle feminine, that ferocious feminine, the fiery or watery, earthy, airy, etheric part of you. Your masculine, who's the deep feeler, deep thinker, cares about the world, but knows that now it's time to do surgery within and literally cut out the cords to the identity self that gave you the power, the false power to fulfill what your father wanted for you. That's the journey. You look, you see, you feel. You go from being the observer and watching everything to learning how to go through it and holding that door open to the love within you to re-embrace what has hurt inside. Because it hurts not to be whole. It makes us just want to die, like just not do anything. It makes us give up and feel hopeless. And the opposite of that is awakening your true life force energies, the you that is the warrioress, warrior, meaning of light, of love, of true power, which is the power of infinite source, moving and working through you for you to go higher and aligning into the true reality that is found in Source itself, in you, in your inner source, in your innermost being, where that light is. And this is what Spirit Gateways is committed to. When you go to my website, ayanalehi.com, check out the Evolutionary Empowerment Global Village membership. It is a membership that gives you an enormous video library of on-location information, practices, and tools to bring you through to your true self. And it works from a real gutsy level and gives you back the key to your life. And I'd love to invite you to check out the different tiers in the Global Village membership, because you also can sign up and buy the tier for a really reasonable amount of money to be in a mentoring program with men and women from around the globe. So, my friends, I thank you for being here with all of us and look forward to meeting in our next B1BU meetup. And until then, be loving to yourself. Hold the door open into your heart and be true so that you can truly, truly be all that you came here to be. Much love to you. This is Ayana Lehi.